Alright, hello boys and girls, moms and dads. Welcome to HeroesMart Homeschool Academy. This is 5th grade English, week number 19 and day number 2. Alright, so today is going to be about the grammar lesson, and we are going to be talking about the second aspect of the figure of speech, which we started talking about last week, I believe. Today we're going to be talking about similes and metaphors. Okay, similes and metaphors. So be careful. It may look like smiles, but there's an I over here. They call it similes. So let's just be sure about that. And then we're gonna go to our dictionary. So you type in dictionary.com and you type in simile, and then you are going to click on that button over there.
Simile.
Simile, okay, so it is called simile. Alright, so what is a simile? A simile is a comparison of an object with another object. The comparison is usually in the form of as or like. So what's an example? He is as tall as a tree. She talks like a savior. Did you see the use of as and like in both sentences? So these are examples of similes. He is as tall as a tree. She talks like a savior. Well, when you see the word like and the word as over there in those kind of sentences, comparing one object to another object, well, that's a simile. And what about metaphors? Well, a metaphor, on the other hand, is a direct equation of one object to another. A metaphor does not compare one object with another object. So an example is going to be he is a tree. Alright, Guy Love is a savior. Did you see that we didn't use any comparison in these examples? These are metaphors. Alright, so we talked about similes and metaphors. Let's go to other figures of speech right now, like ironies. Well, these expresses the opposite of what we really mean. Example, a pilot gets scared of heights. Well, a pilot typically flies an airplane which is going to be mounting up to really high altitude, so it's going to be really like ironic for a pilot to be scared of heights, right? Antithesis. An antithesis is a contrast of opposing ideas in the same sentence. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all wrongs. So this is an antithesis because we use the word hatred and then the word love in the same sentence, right? Alliterations. A conscious repetition of consonant sounds in a nearby word. So an example is going to be Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. How many peppers did Peter Piper pick? Alright, so did you see that we're constantly trying to repeat the letter P over there on purpose to teach people how to recite or pronounce the letter P's properly. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. How many peppers did Peter Piper pick? Alright, personifications. A personification is a representation of an object with an abstract phenomenon. What does that mean? An example is going to be the car complained because he had drunk bad fuel. Well, a car typically cannot speak to you, right? But when you say a car is going to complain, well, it means the car is not functioning well. But you're using that like a car is a person. Well, that's going to be personification. Alright, the last one over here. Paradox. Well, a paradox is a statement that is self-contradictory. All animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. Okay, so we just said all animals are equal, but then you're coming back to say that some animals are actually not exactly equal. Well, those are going to be paradox. That's going to be an example of a paradox over there, right there. Alright, so what you're going to do for me right now is to go ahead and write examples of figures of speech based on what you learned over here. Just try to write examples of that. You're welcome to do research from google.com to write figures of speech about metaphors and similes and ironies and antitheses, alliterations, personifications, and paradoxes. Alright, will you do that for me? I sure hope so. Well, that's what I got for you today, boys and girls. Remember, God cares about you, and so do we. Bye-bye.
I'll be your hero's buddy, and as you study with HeroesMart.